Hello. This is my playing along video with Steve Donahue. He does a Bro Watch video, and this is Bro Watch 2022, New Year, New Bro. And he's made a selection of bro tube videos for us, for him to kind of pull apart. And what I always do is I say, that's great, but before Steve delivers on high what he thinks of them, I like to go off and just watch the videos because it's the self-help world for young men, and um, it's interesting. It's really interesting to watch these videos, just because it's a slightly removed from, it's targeting young dudes, so it doesn't quite hit me, won't beguile me. There'll be a lot of stuff that I can actually I can notice that won't snow me in, but at the same time we'll have lots of kind of interesting things, and a lot of times have good nuggets in there. There's the Reader's Book Club, I think, is the first one, which is 22 powerful habits that will change your life, by the Reader's Book Club. It's in Hindi, but it has English subtitling, which basically goes through 22 maybe useful habits. And you know what? Some of the habits are quite done. It's all kind of set. It's all set to very kind of catalog ready stock footage stuff of kind of aspirational figures, young powerful men for the most part, who are going to be the great masters of the universe, which is definitely feeds into kind of the male, especially a young person. He's like, the world is limitless, I could be anything, kind of that thing, versus the stuff in the middle age where it's like, if I could be a little less tired and maybe make enough money to retire, that would be awesome after being ground down by the world. But stuff like meditate, stuff like read books. Books come up in these things. Usually books are very much, though they're not viewed as anything of literature or art. It's very much as tools to advance yourself and to get forward, and all that sort of stuff. Um, so yeah, there's that. There's the Daily Stoic, who is a dude who is very much into the writings of the Stoics, which he has 22, not 22, he has like 10, or I can't remember how many books that he read this year that are awesome books. And That's very much, and one of them is a new translation of Marcus Aurelius, because Marcus Aurelius, the Stoics are really, that Jordan Peterson was the stuff that really is appeals to the young, probably white dudes. It's interesting. There's the Hindi one, which is sort of slightly different because, they have yoga and stuff like that, and then you have a different culture, which is definitely North American white bro dude culture, where it's very much, it's where a lot of the libertarian thinking comes from, of like, I basically, you shouldn't be interfering with me at all because I already have all the advantages and thus can advance my life, and you shouldn't have any of this whining about kind of wider societal things, because basically society is all set up for young white dudes to get forward, or white dudes in general to get forward. Um, there's very much that kind of thing to it, and I mean that funnels into the whole self-improvement thing, of that you are the master of your universe. The locus of control is very much with you. Whereas if you're someone in a different part of the society, you might be a little bit more aware that society actually pushes a lot of these levers and you get shoved along. And I mean, there's always personal responsibility within that, of how you can react to it, but there isn't that kind of thing of like, well, you know, unless you're a Roman emperor, Marcus Aurelius being a Roman emperor, saying that everyone needs to kind of like, make their own destiny. It's like, you're the fucking the emperor of the Roman Empire, the most powerful man in the world. So you talking about self-reliance seems somewhat rich, being ensconced in all the power and privilege of being the Roman emperor. And he has various books that he champions. Clark Keegley at the end also, his 5 books of, like, what's not non-chaff, and he of course at the end is selling his journaling program, and basically how you can take it to the next level. This is all about the sale. These guys aren't selling success, they're selling classes that make them successful. They're selling classes and stuff that would make them successful. They're using stuff that is actually sensible. The things that would, sure, off there. They're selling stuff that is useful, but they're using it to enrich themselves, using the kind of the desperation and the yearnings and the aimlessness of young dudes to do that. I mean, we're all, at least I am, still aimless, still searching, still trying to improve myself, but probably a little bit more aware of when you have somebody very slick like these dudes who are putting forward, I have the answers, just send me money to show you all the ways that you will become master of the universe. I'm a lot more skeptical of that. So yeah, those are my very brief thoughts on that. Some of the books that they mention, interesting. Frankel, that was one of those ones where the autobiographical sections of his Man's Search for Meaning were more interesting to me than his thoughts on what this actually means, what his theories on the whole thing. Marcus Aurelius I did not get along with. That did not jibe with my particular worldview, even though I'm sure there's stuff in there of, like, making your own way in the world, how you react to stuff can help, but it's seeming also very selfish and self-aggrandizing and putting forward. Okay, I'm going to leave it there and just go listen to Steve, because I'm interested to hear him. There's a little bit of delectableness of him pulling things apart, but he is also hesitant. He also has fair enough that when he sees stuff that's like, oh, okay, that's a good idea, that is also good. I think it's through him, his journaling came up underneath the idea of Clark Keegley's journaling, which has some good ideas in it, but I'm not interested in paying him lots of money to have him teach me how to journal, when it's just like, I can journal on my own, dude. And all the little kind of it's basically how to win friends and succeed in business, kind of Horatio Alger kind of snake oil stuff. Is just like, yeah, fuck off. All right, I will leave it there. More videos later.